All I want is a tall bearded man that will take me out to eat, grab my thighs in the car, and slap my butt when I get out. Is that too much to ask? All I want is a tall bearded man that will take me out to eat, grab my thighs in the car, and slap my butt when I get out. Is that too much to ask?
And therein lies the problem with most young women today, is they're not focused on finding a good man who will treat them right, a high value guy who has his life together, who is on his path and purpose, who is a leader of men that other guys respect. No, they're basically looking for a Chad who will be a sucker, take them out to eat, pay for them, slap her ass around, treat her like a piece of meat, and then move on to the next guy who will do the same thing, and the next guy, and the next guy. And unfortunately, these type of girls will one day wake up, and it's usually when she turns 30, the day she turns 30, and she hits that epiphany and goes, oh my goodness, I'm 30. What do I have to show for it? Just all these bad boys, these bearded men who slapped my ass, treated me like meat, took me out to eat, and never saw them again. I want my forever man now. I want a man who has a job, who isn't getting fired every week. I want a man who will be there for me, who will cry with me, who I can lean on, who I can depend on, who will text me back, who won't ghost me. I want a man who's not going to be cheating on me with other girls behind my back, with my best friends. I just want a good man. I just want a good guy with a good job. You know, then she'll start talking like a more reasonable person, right? She'll start being a little more reasonable. And you might say, well, you know, she's young, you know, she'll grow up, she'll learn. I get that, right? I get that. We are all young and stupid, right? Me included, especially me. However, the thing when it comes to women is they only have a limited, a very limited amount of time to get it done and to lock down that high value guy before it's too late. What have I been talking about on my channel forever and ever, right? Especially when it comes to the girls following my channel. I'm like, hey, you're in your 20s, don't goof around, girl. Don't mess around. Try to find that high value guy as quickly as you can, right? So you can have a little bit of time to vet him, make sure he's the one, and then lock it down. Because if you don't, you're going to be out there in the world in your 30s, 40s, 50s, right? Still single, still trying to lock down that high value guy. Now you can't. You can't get those alpha chads coming along. You can't get the bearded man who will come along and slap your ass and just, you know, take you to one free meal and then have sex with you forever and ever and then bang your best friends on the side. Yeah, you're not getting away with anything, girl, by the way. If you're thinking like, oh, I just want a guy to take me out to get my free meal. It's like, you know, you might find some suckers who will do that, but they're going to take full advantage of that $40, $50 free meal. Okay, you're going to be paying for that over and over and over and over. Okay, it's better that you don't try to use people for a free meal, for free dinners, and instead just try to be a good person, because when you're a good person, guess what? You'll meet other good people. And you won't be running around out there looking for the bearded Chad who will slap your ass and treat you like a piece of meat. Instead, you'll be out there looking for a good man, a high value man, a good looking man, right? You'll be out there looking for a guy who can potentially become your forever man. And you'll be doing it at a time in your life where you're at the height of your power, where you can accomplish that fairly easily, right? Fairly easily, because a lot of these chicks in their 20s, like her, still attractive, right? Still very, very attractive young lady. She can pull that off. But if she is wasting her 20s, okay, if she is wasting her 20s going out there and just looking for the Pookies, the Tyrones, right? The Chads who are basically going to use and abuse her. Hey, when you turn 30, don't complain, girl. Don't complain when you wake up and one day you're 30 and you're still single and you never found your man and you're panicking, frantically trying to lock one down. I just need one. I just need one. I had so many of them back in the day throwing themselves at me, and I just need one more. One more. You know, but that's the rub. Okay, that's the catch-22, is once you turn 30, those high-value guys no longer want you. Why? Because they can get the 22-year-olds. Okay, they can get the 22-year-olds. Why would they settle for the 32-year-olds? There's no reason at all. But it's sad because a lot of young women these days, young modern women, have been brainwashed to think like this. They've been brainwashed to think that they have an infinite amount of time to play the field, ride the carousel, chase their corporate career, do whatever they want to do, and there are going to be no consequences to that. And I think that is the biggest, you know, that is probably the biggest drawback with what's going on with the narrative for young women today, is like, oh, let's empower them, make them feel strong and invincible. And that's, you know, sounds great on paper, but in reality, you're not invincible. In reality, you're going to lose your power. In reality, you're not going to have access to the same type of guys that you have access to right now, which is why I always tell girls, take advantage of it in your 20s, okay? Because you're not going to have that power in your 30s. You're going to have to settle in your 30s, see? Right now in your 20s, you don't got to settle, girl, do you? You don't have to settle. That's the beauty of being hot in your 20s and being female. You don't got to settle. You have your pick of the litter. But the day you turn 30, you're going to have to settle. You're going to be like, ugh, this guy is the best I can get. Okay? He's the best that I can get. Especially when you're in your 40s. Right? And some comedians have talked about this. They've joked about it. I think Chris Rock joked about it too. He's like, you know what really bugs you guys is because you look at your girl and you know you weren't her first choice. Right? Chris Rock said that. He was like, you know you weren't her first choice. And he was all, fellas, do you ever catch your girl looking at you and not saying nothing? It's because she's thinking he wasn't my first choice. And I'm trying to help these girls prevent that, right? So they don't end up in their 30s and 40s damaged, still out there partying, right? Being the old lady at the club, the cougar. You don't want to be that. And you know what? When you're in your 20s and you're still young and attractive, it's hard to believe, right? It's hard to believe that that's ever going to become you. Like, if you go to like a cougar club and quiz these girls who were in their 40s and 50s still out there partying and go, hey, did you ever think when you were like 21 that you'd still be here at the club at 51? She'd be like, nope. Thought I'd be married by now. Thought I would have had kids by now. And then they'll say some shit like, well, the right man didn't come along. It's like, dude, are you kidding me? The right man came along 24/7, nonstop, like a stream of water from the time you were 13 to the time you were 29. Who are you kidding? Right? You just never pulled the trigger because you wanted to keep having your fun. You wanted to keep playing the field, and you thought it'd never stop. You thought it'd never end, but you know what? It did. And now you have to deal with the consequences. And so, fortunately, just too many women sound like this young lady here. You know, and society encourages it. And it's really sad. It's really sad because eventually she's going to wake up to the realization that she's been lied to, that feminism lied to her, the mainstream lied to her. You know, and she's going to be angry one day, unless she wakes up before that. But the way she's going, I'm not sure. I wouldn't put my money on it. But as always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of today's coaching video. Let me know what you think of her little rant. And share with our tribe here. Love to read your comments. Love to see you guys in my comments. So drop those comments below.
And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Go ahead and smash that like button below. Do it now. Also, hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on YouTube. More importantly, guys, Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you guys subscribe. So please make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And for all you guys who want to support my work and all of this incredible, amazing red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I am teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I am talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, baby. The hottest women on the planet. Okay, I teach you how to do that in 7 Months of Mastery. And you know what? I have tons, thousands upon thousands of successful students now all around the world. Okay, a lot of these guys often drop comments in my comment section talking about how they're in my program, they've met their dream girl, they've met their future wife. I've had a number of students who've been through my 7 Months of Mastery program already met their wife thanks to my teachings, right? They met a high value, high caliber, hot wife, right? Way above what they were able to get previously before they jumped into my program, 7 Months of Mastery. They were able to get a girl who was much, much more attractive, much hotter, and much higher value thanks to my teachings. And you know what? I want you to become one of them. Even if you don't plan on getting married, find yourself a cool chick, a high value chick, not one of these like low value, like DG single moms, or you know, women who are passive prime or damaged goods or anything like that. I want to teach you how to go out there and get high value women, just like my students are all around the world. You can become one of us, and all you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds, and it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. So it's only $1 for the entire first month of high value coaching lessons from me. So take advantage of it, and it's the best way to support my work, guys. And thank you very much if you do. I appreciate it. Thanks in advance, and let's crack on out of here.